Hello, this is Rich, and in this task, you're going to learn how to set up CryEngine solution so that you can get programming. By now, you should have already extracted the CryEngine SDK to a folder on your computer. So let's go into the root folder of CryEngine. From here, let's go into the code folder, and then solution. All you got to do is double-click the CryEngine game code only solution, and it will open up in Visual Studio. I use Visual Studio 2012, although you may use Visual Studio 2010, or the Express versions of either. Now, the process we're going to show you today is actually workable for each, the Express and the Ultimate or Professionals, or any version you choose, of 2010 and 2012. Now, if you look on the left-hand side here, you're going to see all the projects that CryEngine comes with. We have CryCommon, CryAction, CryGame, and CryGame scripts. Now, the most important ones here are actually CryCommon, CryAction, and CryGame, with CryGame being the most important one here because we are going to be modifying this DLL throughout the tutorial series and when you create your game. Now for you, the CryCommon and CryAction projects may not have loaded properly when you loaded up the solution. So we're going to need to add them manually by going to the solution, right-clicking, and going to Add Existing Project. Now from here you go to the root directory of CryEngine, go to your code, CryEngine, and then if your CryAction project did not load, go into the CryAction folder and load up CryAction's header. Now, if the CryCommon project did not open, then go into the CryCommon folder and open up CryCommon project. Beautiful. Now, there's one last step to get you set to finish this task here of setting up the CryEngine solution, and that's making sure that the CryCommon and CryAction projects do not build. This is because CryEngine SDK does not come with the full source code of the CryCommon and CryAction, hence why we cannot build them. So what we need to do is we need to go into the solution by right-clicking and going into the Configuration Manager. Now, for tutorial purposes, I have checked all of these to build for the Debug and Windows 32 project. But for you, some of them may be checked, some of them may not be checked. But for the tutorial purposes, I wanted to show you how to actually fix these. So if CryAction is checked, it needs to be unchecked. CryCommon needs to be unchecked. CryGame needs to be checked, and CryGame scripts needs to be unchecked. So there we go. So for Debug Windows 32, the only project it needs to build is the CryGame. Wonderful. You have now set up CryEngine SDK solution. See you in the next task where we learn to set up the library, include, and debug directory. Thank you very much.